Okay, hello, my dear students. I took a short break as the chapter was getting lengthy. So, in the previous video, we have covered the chapter up to your heading words to describe people. Now we'll moving ahead. Only 4 5 headings are being left. It will take just hardly 10 minutes. So I have named this as a part two. This video lecture part two. So try to understand your point, which has to be covered is silent sentinels. Okay, silent sentinels, the story of megaliths. Okay, so let's try to understand this topic. Okay, again I am recalling this is the second video of the same chapter of your history chapter, books and burials. Please don't confuse, it's not a starting of a new chapter, it's just a continuation of a same chapter. It's a second video. Okay, acha, before getting into the topic, just tell me how many of you have heard or seen about pyramids. Okay, you are trying to raise your hands, though I cannot see, but I can presume, I can feel that many of you would have seen either them in movies or in different ways on the YouTube channel or the what all resources are available to you. In pyramids, there's one more thing related to that particular structure where the people were buried somewhere nearby them. Okay, their body was preserved in a special way. And what was the name of those given to those bodies? That was mummies. Yeah. Okay. So mummies were bodies were being preserved by wrapped by a special type of chemicals, clothes. Okay, of special peoples. So they used to do, I don't know for what reason. Maybe those people were very special to them. They want to preserve their bodies. Something little bit of same is being here in this chapter. Silent sentinels. What does this mean? Means a body is engraved somewhere below the ground. Okay, a person's body. Now the person has already been dead, so he is not able to speak anymore. That's why the word silent is being written over here. Okay, megaliths. What are megaliths? See, where the place where the bodies were kept, where the things were kept under the ground. For the markation, huge stones were kept above it. Okay, maybe some name would be written of the person who is lying below the ground. Yes, some coding was done, something was written on his grave. Yes, just to acknowledge to the other people that there is a what burial behind the ground. Okay, there is a body of a person who is already being dead is lying below the ground as a respect, you can say. Okay, so the megaliths were huge stones which were kept near around those graves to show the respect. It also helps in the identification. Okay, and other purpose also, just a mark of, you can say, a power. Means if the kings were powerful, they would have a more bigger sites, megalith sites, yeah, burial sites. Okay, so let's see what is actually there, what does book wants us to study. See, what used to happen in earlier days is when um, people leaves this world apart, when they get died. Okay, so their family member used to bury them under the ground. Apart from their body, some useful things were buried with them, like, you can say, ornaments, the utensils, also kettle, maybe one or two kettle or three or four kettle, depending upon their capacity of the people who are burying it. Okay, gold ornaments, silver ornaments, whatever they were using. Okay, see, the thinking was that we have discussed this term, methodology in previous chapters as well. That people think that the person who gets died, who is being buried under the ground, when he will take a rebirth to any other place, he will need these things, these kettles, these ornaments, these jewelries, these tools, sometimes weapons also. So though you know that it's a altogether a different ideology, ऐसा सब लोग इस बात के लिए एक्सेप्ट नहीं कर सकते कि श्योरली ही विल टेक अ रीबर्थ और वो अपने साथ में ये सब चीजें लेके जाएगा या नहीं जाएगा, बट इट वाज अ ट्रेडिशन, ओके, कि उसके साथ में ये सब चीजें बरीड करती जाती थी, थिंग्स विच यूज टू यूज इन हिज डे टू डे लाइफ. फाइन. So this was all about the megaliths. They were like, you can say, utensils, jewelries, ornaments. I will write ornaments, kettles, and other necessary things, which the people, their family member, used to think कि he will need these things in his next rebirth. Okay. Now, uh, see, these were burials for them, but for historians they were a very very huge resource of knowing about them. उन्होंने तो उसको बरी कर दिया, but as a historians, as a archaeologist, it was a very big medium to know कि at that particular time of life, how were the people living, द थिंग्स दे वर यूजिंग. तभी हमें पता चलता है कि उस समय लोग क्या क्या चीज़ें इस्तेमाल करते थे. व्हाट वर देयर वेपन्स, व्हाट वर देयर टूल्स, व्हाट वर देयर ऑर्नामेंट्स, व्हाट वर देयर यूटेंसिल. सो लेट गेट इनटू दिस एंड ट्राई टू फाइंड आउट कि बाय मेगालिथ्स, बाय दिस साइट्स, हाउ वी कम टू नो कि व्हाट type of life those peoples were having. So I will just put the next topic of your chapter. The heading says finding out the social differences. Fine. Finding out the social differences. So, my dear children, before actually getting into this typical word, social differences, let's try to understand into a very layman language. See, as a student of 10 or 12 years of age, your year of age, class 6, how do you judge that a person who is sitting beside you, who is living near to your home, या मे बी इफ़ यू आर ट्रैवलिंग समवेयर इन ट्रेन, आपको कैसे पता चलता है कि सामने जो आपके जो भी है या जो रहता है आपके आस पड़ोस में इन द नेबर, वेदर इज अ रिच और पुअर, वेदर इज अ लिटरेट और इलिटरेट. ओके, कैसे? आइदर बाय हिज ड्रेसिंग सेंस, द वे ही टॉक्स, द थिंग्स ही ईट्स. ओके, so when we are living in a society, these are some, things by which we come to know about the social similarities और dissimilarities. इससे हमें पता चलता है कि हमारे जैसा दिखने में कौन है और कौन ऐसा है जो हमारे जैसा नहीं दिखता. तो जो हमारे जैसा नहीं दिखता है, that is a what difference. Okay, usually in smaller cities we are living in a community where people are generally same, we have same tradition. If I speak about the villages, वहाँ पर क्या होता है, usually the people have a same occupation, farming. Okay, they used to speak same language, mostly the food cooked in the houses is almost same, so there is hardly any social differences. But if I say about a bigger area, तो हाउ द हिस्टोरियंस कम टू नो अबाउट कि उन लोगों के बीच में आपस में देयर वाज अ सोशल डिफरेंसेस, कि सम वर रिच, सम वर पुअर, सम वर दैट, सम वर दिस, सम वर दैट, सम वर कॉमन पीपल, सम वर किंग्स. कैसे पता चलेगा? आई हैव ऑलरेडी गिवन यू अ हिंट. इफ यू आर स्मार्ट इनफ यू कैन, till now you can be able to getting the answer. See, by knowing the things which are buried in the ground with their burials, जिसके ग्रेव पर, जिसके प्लेस पर जहां पर उसको बरी किया गया, द मोर थिंग्स यू फाइंड, द मोर ornaments you find, the more jewelry you find, the more kettles you find, the more utensils you find, that means the person is more richer, the person was more wealthier. And if there are few little things, that means that that would be a burial of a common man. Okay, so this is a very simple formula to judge it out. Okay, and if the sites are pretty small, again it says it's a burial of a common man. And if the sites are huge, any building is being made, there is a huge building, a dome like structure, okay, bigger thing, a very big graves are made, that means that he was a king of his time, yeah, wealthier person of his time. Okay, yeah, the megalith stone also says a story about it. If there are huge stones, many stones, things are engraved, that means that person was really a what? A distinguished person of the society. Okay, now uh, one more thing. Till now, whatever we have discussed in this chapter about the burials, it is applicable if a single person dies. Okay, अगर किसी एक particular person की death हो जाती है, तो he would be buried. Of course, things will be kept with him. But now, if suppose any mishap take place, या any natural calamity takes place, या any big disease spreads in an area, and many people starts dying. Let's say from a particular family, 6 to 7 people unluckily get dies. So what will be done? Again, the site will be nearby to them. Okay. So what is the topic? The topic reads, were some burial. I'm just reading it out for your better clarity. You can have the pronunciation correction also. Were some burial sports meant for certain families? Burials for certain families. Yeah, of course, it can be quite possible. If at a place you find many skeletons, many bone structure, different graves are there, okay, and there are something in common, so you can easily predict that these bodies are from a particular family. Okay, it's quite possible. So next, next is a case study. It's a special burial at a place called Imam Gaon. Special burial at the pronunciation of this place is what? Imam Gaon. Okay, your books reads Inam Gaon. Okay, what is it? Inam Gaon. It's pretty a Hindi word. Okay, special burial at Inam Gaon. What was the special about it? Uh, the direction was kept into mind. Direction means the head of the body was into a particular direction, let's say in the north direction, the legs were of course in the south direction, granary was built over there, granary was there, okay, there was a separate room, entirely a room was covered over that grave, okay, so the person was given a full respect, you can say, and we can also up to a certain extent make an idea that the grave was of maybe a distinguished personality, maybe of a king or a queen, by the things which he was surrounded. You can imagine granary was also there, means there was full facility of, there was a storehouse in which food grains were kept along with the dead body. Okay, so a common man can't manage a huge granary over a person who is already dead. Okay, chalo. Now moving to the last topic. See, as a historians, what things we have learned from this chapter, let us recall कि what all, जो भी चीज़ें हमें मिलती थी फ्रॉम दिस बरियल्स, जो भी चीज़ें वो लोग साथ में रखते थे बॉडी के, उससे हमें क्या पता चलता था कि उस समय के लोग व्हाट दे ईट, व्हाट वर्क्स दे डू, व्हाट वर देयर ऑक्यूपेशन, वो लोग क्या करते थे. सो एज अ हिस्टोरियन, एज अ हिस्ट्री स्टूडेंट्स, एज एसएसटी स्टूडेंट्स, अवर मेन वर्क इज टू फाइंड आउट कि जो कुछ हमें मिला है, चीज़ें मिली हैं, हम उनसे ये पता चलाएं, ये पता लगाएं कि उस समय के लोग क्या क्या करते रहे होंगे, what they used to eat, they used to grow, okay, what were their occupation. So let quickly jump to that point. Occupation at Inam Gaon. Occupation at Inam Gaon. See, as your book reads, Inam Gaon burial has a multi-dimensional occupations. They used to grow many variety of things. Of course, if they used to grow, they used to eat also. Okay, you can say it was a very well fed place. भरी पूरी जगह थी वो, जहाँ पर लोग अच्छी चीज़ें ग्रो करते थे और उनको एज अ डाइट फूड ईट भी करते थे. एंड दे यूज टू डू मल्टी टास्किंग, मल्टी वर्क्स. ओके, like I will read out few words so that you can have a better pronunciation understanding also, and you will be with me in this chapter. So last point, what does it read out? Archaeologists have found seeds of wheat, barley, rice, pulses, millets, peas, and sesame. Okay, these were all mostly food crops. Okay, apart from that, about the livestock, about the kettles, what type of living things were found? Buffalo, goat, sheep, dog, horse, ass, pig, sambar, spotted besides. And some more things are being also mentioned: birds, crocodile, black bug, antelope, hare, mongoose, turtle, crab, and fish. So there were multi variety of animals. That means इतनी वैरायटी सुन के एक चीज तो समझ में आती है कि द पीपल ऑफ दोज डेज वर रियली अ गुड farmers, and also they were good what, herders. Okay, uh, yeah, apart from herder, I can say, I can use one more term also, that is hunters. Apart from that, hunters and herders, they used to pet the animals, okay, for their milking purpose, for the other livestock purpose. Okay, there were many type of fruits also grown. What were the fruits? It's bear, amla, jamun, dates, and variety of berries were collected. So there were multiple type of fruits also. Many variety of food grains was there. So the people were having a pretty high standard at Inamgaon. So my dear students, this is all in this chapter. देखिए, at last what I want to conclude in this chapter is, as a part of history in starting seems to be bit boring. Means we are talking about thousands years earlier, कि हम क्यों डिस्कस कर रहे हैं उस बारे में, हमें क्या उससे बेनिफिट होगा, क्या पता चलेगा हमें. बट वी ट्राई टू लर्न समथिंग फ्रॉम आवर हिस्ट्री, कि द पीपल हु वर स्टेइंग 3500 years ago, 4000 years ago, they were also well wise. They used to what, use Vedas. They used to do yagnas. So they were not illiterate. Okay. They used to grow so much variety of things. And see, in those days there were no tools also. There were no machinery also. Then also they were used to manage so many things. So with every chapter of history we have to learn something. हमें कुछ ऐसी चीज सीखनी चाहिए कि हमें ये पता चले कि in those days how much hardworking the people were. Without the tools, without the techniques, they were doing so many things. They were doing so many things. Okay. So with that, I wind up the reading of this lesson, the text part of this lesson. Rest of the things we will cover up in the question answers. If at all you have any problems to discuss, you can consult your concerned teacher who is taking your SST lesson. Thank you. Have a nice day.